I guess Angela Yee's walking around. What up, Charlamagne?
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump Day.
That's right. Today is Hump Day, Wednesday.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Now, yesterday was the Global Spin Awards. Shout to all the DJs in town. I seen so many DJs last night. It's an award show where they pretty much
celebrate the DJs.
Represent and celebrate the DJs.
Envy won 2 awards.
I won 2 awards. I won National Mix Show for, of course, the People's Choice Mix here on the Breakfast Club. And for Best DJ, which is the biggest award of the night. So shout to all the DJs that were nominated.
So would you rather have those awards or would you have rather gotten paid to be there?
I feel bad because I didn't win an award, but I got paid to be there.
There you go.
What the hell you got paid to be there for? You're not a DJ.
I know. I was a social media correspondent for...
Were you? Yeah, well, shout to all the DJs that were nominated.
But would you rather have gotten paid to be there?
It felt good. Your daughter was there on
stage. Would you have rather gotten them awards?
Little Maddie.
Well, if you ask me a question, would I prefer a plaque or if I prefer money, I would prefer the money. But,
oh, you sound ungrateful.
No, I'm telling you the truth. But, I mean, I've gotten awards. This is not my first Best DJ award. This is not my first award, and I appreciate and I respect everybody who nominated me, and I'm thankful for it. I'm absolutely positively grateful. But you're looking at somebody that's been doing this since the age of 16. So now
you should be really excited that people still.
There's a lot of old head DJs ain't getting no awards no more and been doing it since the age of 16.
But they don't work as hard as this kid right here.
It's so nice to be acknowledged for your hard work, though, Envy.
Yes, it is. And I'm not saying it's not.
Forget the money for a second.
I'm not saying it's not. I mean, I've been doing it for a long time. I'm excited and I'm grateful. We don't even have to talk about am I grateful or not. Yes, that's why I'm talking about.
But you did bring up the other day that you would rather have the money than the award.
All right, Charlamagne, let him celebrate his award. Leave him alone. He's turning red.
I'm not turning red. I'm explaining. In that case, the accolades, yeah, of course. That's how I am. But that doesn't mean I'm not grateful for being nominated or grateful for winning an award. I'm grateful regardless. That's how I am.
If you get into a debate with DJ Envy, don't listen to nothing he says during that debate. Always remember that, okay?
It's the truth. I mean, yeah, of course I'm grateful
to win. It don't matter if it's factual.
He don't care. He is going to get the best of that argument, whether he states facts, whether he states how he really feels or not.
Overruled.
Trust me. All right? Well, you know what, that is DJ Envy, okay? That is him in a nutshell.
Well, welcome.
That's why I don't argue with
DJ Envy's world.
What goes on in his
I don't know.
Welcome to DJ Envy's world. Bottom line is, I picked up 2 awards, the Best DJ Award last night. So shout to, again, all the DJs who have nominated. Shout to DJ Self, iHeartZone, very own DJ Self. He picked up 2 awards.
I saw D Nice one. I saw my boy Steph Floss.
Questlove picked up an award. Shout to Superstar J from Queens.
And what the hell was Reverend Jesse Jackson there presenting DJ's awards? Jesse Jackson, you ain't got nothing better to do. All this stuff going on in the black community, and you at the damn Global Spin Awards presenting awards to DJs?
The funny thing is, his speech never changed from 20 years ago. He's like, I want y'all to say, keep hope alive.
Man, if you don't shut up.
I swear, didn't he say that?
No, I'm talking to Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson, shut the F up, fella.
Not you, MB.
He was like, for shizzle, my nizzle.
Keep hope alive. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't you got something black to fight for?
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
Well, listen, even he appreciates a good DJ.
Absolutely. Shout to Timberland. Timberland was in the building. I see Timbo last night. Shout to Swiss Beats. I didn't know Swiss Beats was part of selling over 300 million records. That's how many you forget?
Yeah, I mean, you think about all the Rough Riders catalog, you think about Beyonce, Swiss got busy, of course.
Yeah, shout to Swiss Beats. You don't really remember. You forget how many things. But his mom came, Alicia Keys was there. It was a dope ceremony they did for Swiss. Shout to Africa Bambaataa.
I saw 2 Chainz.
Shout to 2 Chainz. Shout to Mano was there. I mean, it was just a dope event. It was a long-ass time. I wrote my daughter. My daughter was like, Dad, you said this is a date, and I didn't get any food yet, Dad. I'm starving. So my daughter had an amazing time last night. Like I told everybody, the best part about that event was that was my daughter's first date, and it was with her dad. You know, it was with...
Oh, she might be sneaking out going on dates.
She ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
That little girl stay home, but she's beat this morning. So, Madison, thank you for accompanying me to the Mixtape Awards, and we'll see you guys next year. All right, well, let's get the show cracking. Front page news, what we talking about?
We are going to talk about the attacks in Paris. And there was some gunfire and raids and all kinds of things going on. We'll give you an update on what's going on with the attacks in Paris.
Okay. All that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Start off with sports. Wizards beat the Bucks. Nets beat the Hawks. Pistons beat the Cavaliers. Wolves beat the Heat. The Knicks beat the Hornets. And shout to the New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden because they actually gave me tickets to the game. I thought I was going to be able to make it, but the Global Spin Awards went so far extra that my daughter was pretty pissed because I was taking her to the game, but I couldn't take it to the game, so I owe her a game.
You thought you were going to a game yesterday after that?
I thought it was going to start on time and end on time.
Are you crazy?
And salute to that New York Knicks that's named after a sandwich, the one they drafted this year, Porzingis. He had 29 points and 11 rebounds. I would like all of y'all to flash back to Donkey of the Day, June 26, 2015, when I gave all the Knicks fans Donkey of the Day for booing him as a draft pick before even watching him play. Typical New York.
I didn't think he was ready, but that boy playing. So I can't even be mad at that one. Now, the Nuggets beat the Pelicans. Warriors beat the Raptors. Now, let's talk about what's going on in Paris now.
Right. Well, they stormed an apartment Wednesday in the suburbs of Paris. At least 2 suspected terrorists were in there, including a female suicide bomber. She actually blew herself up with a vest, a bomb vest. 1 man was killed and 5 people were arrested. They're still unfolding what happened during that raid. They said 1 person may still be in that apartment. Police are targeting who they think is the suspected mastermind of these attacks that killed at least 129 people. Now, at least 3 policemen were injured during that operation. That all started in the early hours this morning. 5 people arrested, like we told you. Also, 2 Air France flights from the United States to Paris were diverted because of bomb threats. 1 flight was going from L.A. to Paris, and another flight was going from Washington's Dulles International Airport to Paris. And that one was diverted as well because of a bomb threat. They don't know whether the same person called in both threats, but they did search those planes and gave them both the all clear.
How do you arrest a suicide bomber? Like, how do you know a person is a suicide bomber, but you go in to try to take them down?
That's kind of crazy.
Well, I don't know if they... No.
What's the procedure?
They know his attention. Like,
I don't know if they knew she had on a suicide bomb vest.
But if they know she's a suspected suicide bomber... Oh, no, I might have to wait for her to turn herself in.
She's a suspected terrorist, and then she is now a suicide bomber because she did kill herself.
Oh, so you're not a suicide bomber until you actually blow yourself up.
Until you commit suicide.
Oh, gotcha.
Before that, you're just a terrorist.
But if there's an option that you would do that, I'm still not going in.
That is true, because that is the crime that you can only get away with once.
Yeah, you can't be a habitual suicide bomber.
A serial suicide bomber. There's no such thing.
It happens one time.
Oh, my goodness. Now, also... That's it? That was all in Paris? Okay. All right. Well, tell them why you're mad's up next. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, maybe something pissed you off, or whatever it may be, and you need to have a great day and you just want to get something off your chest, the number's 800-585-1051. I forgot to say, Rev Run will be joining us this morning.
Rev Run.
Rev Run, let's go.
That is an overall great individual right there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Rev Run will be joining us in a little bit, all right? So we're going to kick it with Rev Run, but right now, tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, you need to get something off your chest. Phone lines are wide open. Call us now. It's the Breakfast Club. Come on.
This is DMX. And you know what makes me mad? When ask for the truth, but can't handle the truth. All right? Now tell them why you mad on the Breakfast Club. Bitches.
Hey, this is Jermaine from New York.
Jermaine, what up, man? Tell them why you mad.
I'm mad because I ate at Chipotle for the first time. Now I got the diarrhea doodle butt all night.
Oh, you got the doodle butt.
I ain't even getting no sleep.
What did you eat? Beans?
I ate the steak and the chicken with the rice.
Was it delicious going down, though?
Doodle butt.
It was good. It was really good.
Don't blame that on the Chipotle. I had Chipotle yesterday.
Nah, it's Chipotle.
Chipotle, man, not Chipotle.
I had a rice bowl with steak and tomatoes and peppers. Like, don't blame it on the Chipotle.
I thought it was Taco Tuesday for you.
I was out all last night, so I didn't get a chance to go home for Taco Tuesday.
But did it go out hot? Because I know it probably went in spicy. Did it go out spicy?
It's spicy.
Nah, man. Put some ice between the butt. Hello, who's this?
Listen, man, I'm mad at Charlamagne, man.
Talk to me.
So I'm listening to the radio like I do all the time. Listen to you guys.
We appreciate it.
So I hear a recap of Charlamagne saying that he has come to the realization that one day his daughter's gonna suck. Now, I ain't gonna lie, it was funny. I was laughing my ass off. And then I realized I got 2 daughters. So my daughter comes home last night and she tells me about this cat at her school called Trayvon. Daddy, Trayvon saying he likes me. So I'm bugging out right now. Charlamagne, you can't be saying stuff like that.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Thinking,
you know that your two daughters came out of the womb of somebody's daughter, and that person's daughter sucks, right? So deal with the reality of life, kid.
Wait, how old?
Come on. My daughter is 10.
Oh,
all
right. So she got.
You can't be saying stuff like that because I'm bugging every day. I'm thinking, oh my God.
When'd you lose your virginity? When'd you?
Yeah, I lost it pretty young. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, how old was the girl you lost it to?
But Charlamagne,
answer the question. How old was the girl you lost it to?
She was pretty young too.
Okay, that was somebody's daughter too. All right.
Have you had the talk with your daughter about sex yet?
No, and it's kind of crazy because right now all I can picture is what Charlamagne says.
Because it's the reality of life. Your grandma, your mama, your aunts, your sisters, your daughters eventually or have something.
You don't go to Popeyes and order the chicken and think about the chicken that was living before. No, you just don't.
Yes, he does.
You just eat the chicken.
Okay.
Did you just compare your daughter to a chicken?
Our daughters are just going to eat the
Wow.
Can't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent. Call us right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
No, this is DMX. And you know what makes me mad? When ask for the truth, but can't handle the truth. All right? Now tell them why you mad on the Breakfast Club. Bitches.
What's going on? This is Smooth.
Smooth. Tell them why you mad.
Man, I'm mad as hell. Man, I go pick up my daughter from school. She went to like this little white private school, and she got into it with some girl in the cafeteria, and then the principal replied to her as being a hood rat.
Really?
Like, when is that?
What school? How old is your daughter?
16.
Really?
Is the teacher black or white?
The teacher was white.
And in what context did she say it? Did she tell your daughter to stop acting like a hood rat? Or you're acting?
No, he said you're acting and behaving as a hood rat.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What?
No, you're absolutely positively there's something wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong. He didn't call her that. He said in that moment you're acting and behaving. You just said she was getting into a fight with a girl.
No, she didn't get into a fight. It was an argument. In the cafeteria.
And you ever seen two hood rats argue, going back and forth, snapping their fingers?
No principal or teacher should ever refer to your daughter as acting like a hood rat. You should definitely go.
Hood rat should never even be
absolutely not. You're right.
Why not?
Can I just ask you, in all honesty, though, does your daughter sometimes act like a hood rat?
Hell no.
I'm just asking. Yo,
you weren't there. I guarantee you in that moment for that teacher to say that, she probably was acting like a hood rat.
Definitely, there's no way that happened.
This is my thing. That he prefer these as black kids go to their school. So what do you prefer the white kids if they're arguing?
You know what
I'm saying?
Poor white trash, Duck Dynasty.
He shouldn't.
Honey Boo Boo.
No principal should ever talk to your child
and
like that.
And then I go to the school. Me and my wife go to the school to confront them or to talk to them, to ask what's the reason of this word even being used, or we need an apology for it because she want to know. She didn't know what a hood rat is. She's like, what's a hood rat?
First of all, the teacher's probably 30-something years old, late 30s.
Right.
Or early 40s, so she's relatively young, and she's using slang from her time. So yes, your daughter should not know what a hood rat is.
You should absolutely positively make a complaint, and you should stay on that principal's ass, because there's no way in hell a principal should talk to any child like that.
You should go up there and act like a hood rat to the principal.
Man, I told my wife I'm going up there Thursday when I'm on work, because he like, I'm not giving you an apology, I don't care.
Whoa, come on now.
I said it, and that's what it's going to be.
You need to tell the teacher that she need to update her slang, and she should have said, stop acting like basic bitches.
I don't know what your financial situation is, but you should go get a lawyer and bring a lawyer with you, bro. Because that's disrespectful, because you don't want to go up there and act crazy, and then you become the hood rat dad.
Well, don't go act crazy, but I think you need to go up there in person and have a conversation.
Bring an attorney with you. If she don't want to apologize and she's saying she don't want to apologize, do not go up there alone. Bring an attorney with you.
But what's the difference between that and teachers saying, stop acting like fools, or stop acting like clowns?
Right.
She's younger, so she's going to use that kind of slang.
No, because hood rat is usually referring to an African-American girl from the project. That's what a hood rat is.
Well, she might have been acting like an African-American girl from the project.
Nah, you don't talk about anybody's child. Good luck, bro.
That should never be used in a professional manner.
Never. Have a good one.
You too.
That's crazy. Tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, you can call us at any time. Now,
Yes.
We got rumors coming up?
Yes, we'll tell you what Magic Johnson had to say about Charlie Sheen.
Magic threw that no-look pass to Charlie.
Also, Tamar Braxton will tell you some good news about what she has going on, but allegedly, on the heels of that, she's having some issues with her family members.
All right. All that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Fist Club, that was the weekend. Let's get to the rumors. We're talking Charlie Sheen.
Listen up.
It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, Charlie Sheen is probably going to have some legal issues now with the people that he says shook him down for millions of dollars. Now, he said on the Today Show that some of his sex partners threatened to expose that he was HIV positive unless he paid them huge amounts of money. But the lawyers of those people are saying that all the settlements that he had with them were kosher and legal. So he has to continue to pay, or they will end up suing him if he misses any of those payments that he has to make.
Wow. Yeah, he said he paid, $10 million in blackmail money? Which leads me to believe that you did not come out, for the right reasons. You came out because you were tired of cutting them checks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money, but, he pays $110,000 monthly in child support also, FYI.
$100,000 a month?
Yeah, in child support.
Sheesh.
All right, Magic Johnson, in the meantime, has said, I wish Charlie Sheen and his family the best. With the advancements in treatments and medicine, he can fight this disease and live a long life. And then he said, and at Charlie Sheen breaking his silence, I hope he joins me in educating the world about HIV/AIDS.
I can't believe none of you creative internet people haven't created a video with Magic throwing a no-look pass to Charlie Sheen yet.
Stop it.
Well, Dr. Oz has also said that Charlie Sheen is even healthier now than he was when he was using cocaine all the time. Check out what he had to say.
He's probably healthier not taking drugs but being HIV positive than doing a lot of the risky things he was doing earlier. Of course, you'd rather not have the infection if you can avoid it, but his life expectancy, best as we can tell, is not far from normal. So it's much more important that he avoid the things that really will take his life quickly, like drugs, intoxication, things like that.
Let me tell you something. Dr. Oz is my guy, but he needs to shut that up forever. I'm taking the coke addiction for $300, Alex.
No.
I'd rather be on coke than have HIV.
Dr. Oz also said your chance of getting HIV from Charlie Sheen is about the same as getting struck by lightning.
Let's think about this for a second.
I would rather be on coke than have HIV.
I know why?
Possibly
kick the coke habit.
Exactly. I can kick my coke habit. I just can't kick my HIV.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe Dr. Oz knows something we don't know, but I'm with you.
And sniffing coke is a poor health choice that I can just stop. HIV is, I guess, poor health that you just can't turn off. You have HIV.
Well, Charlie Sheen, in the meantime, they're saying at least 6 women have gotten lawyers in the last 24 hours, and they plan to sue him for intentional infliction of emotional distress, fraud, sexual battery, and more. So he's had at least 200 partners in the last 2 years.
Sheesh.
A lot of those women are probably going to sue now.
I can't believe Dr. Oz said that.
That sounds crazy.
Well, he said he's healthier now because he's not doing all of that.
I need a second opinion. Where's Dr. Phil? Where's Dr. Dre?
All right, Nene, in the meantime, was on the reel, and she tweeted out, just sat down with a bunch of mean girls, turning up their noses, looking you up and down as if you don't belong. She tweeted that out, and then she actually deleted it afterward. But it wasn't, it was a little rocky. Joy wasn't being really nice to her, and I guess she felt a little weird about the whole situation. But she was on there to promote her stint on Chicago and Broadway. So check out some of Nene's singing.
So what's the one conclusion I can bring this number to? Mama's good to you.
Fart on Nene Leak singing, please.
Well, that's for Chicago on Broadway.
Some more ass gas. More ass gas.
Morton.
More ass gas for Nene Leak singing.
Anyway, and for real singers, Tamar, by the way, is feeling much better, and she's out of the hospital. So her and her husband Vince were leaving CVS, and that's when they caught up with her. So she's very excited to be feeling much better. She had blood clots on her lungs, and that's why she had to leave Dancing with the Stars.
Why'd you call Tamar a real singer? Nene not
that's what no, that's her profession. Tamar's a singer by profession. Nene's not a singer by profession. She's in Chicago, so she has to sing in Chicago, but that's not her job. All right, and that is your Rumor Report. I'm Angela Yee.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Now, when we come back, the Reverend will be in the building.
All of y'all act right. Straighten up and act right, okay?
A real Reverend.
Act like we have some sense this morning.
Reverend Run will be in the building. We'll kick it with Rev Run when we come back. Don't go anywhere as the Breakfast Club goes. It's Drake back-to-back morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Special guest in the building, Rev Run,
the legend himself.
What's up? What's up, sir?
Y'all must forget when Rev Run came here and blessed the room one time.
Really?
And we've been doing pretty okay ever since.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
You guys are definitely blessed. Diggy was telling me, go to Envy's page. these guys need a reality show.
Me and my wife.
Yes, and I was
his
like,
4 kids.
I was like, what was you saying? Because he texted to me. I was like, what's the matter with Envy's page? He said, no, Dad, I was saying.
What's the matter with it?
Yeah, like I thought it was something that matters. You got to go to Envy's page now. Like, what? Because usually it's just drama.
Right.
He's like, nah, it's a beautiful family, and you need to help them get a show. I was like, they probably don't want to do no TV show.
You know what it is?
But
It's
if you do.
love. It's showing love, and I love the fact that you can show love. And, you know, we see it with you. You show love to your family. And a lot of times people think when you show love to your family, it makes you look old or makes you look out of touch. But nah, you can. Like, it's a matter of...
That's the reality of life.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, even see the God here, he does it. He writes every morning, thank God. You can have your edge and still be real about, you know, what you're doing. And you guys are real. You tell the truth about your faith and your family. And I just feel truth. And that's why I've always connected with you, because, you know, you've been really respectful to me and my family. And I guess you just real recognizes real.
Absolutely.
And that's
He's
what I
never
love.
given you donkey of the day.
Nothing.
And I never will.
You know what I mean? You never will.
But it's all love, man.
Now, Rev runs around the world.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
That is one of my shows. I had Rev Run's Renovation on HGTV. Then I have Rev Run's Sunday Supper. That's on the Cooking Channel. And I have Rev Run's Around the World on Travel Channel. All these shows are Scripps Network shows. So as I made the renovation show, you know, you go to these upfronts, and there was the Cooking Channel, like, we want you. And then I looked over, I said, y'all on Travel Channel too? Ended up talking to them, and it's just something that I'm doing. It's my own little lane. I mean, I found my niche, and I'm grateful for it. So it's been good. And what I'm here to talk about, though, is the words of wisdom that I do. And my joke is that when I used to walk in the mall years ago, they'd be like, what up, Run? Run from Run DMC. Then it went to, that's the dude from Run's house. Right, that's the dude from the bathtub. Run's house. The next thing you know, and I was telling my wife, everybody was just like, yo, that's Run, and he does words of wisdom. So AT&T called me. They're like, we're noticing what you're doing, and we have this campaign called Inspired Mobility. And I'm like, this fits right in my lane. You know, I tweet anyway. I'm Instagramming anyway. I don't mind putting #, Inspired Mobility. So that's what I've been doing. I've been teaming up with them. They called me, and I was like, yeah, I'm down. You know, and plus, when they first called, I thought AT&T, I thought I was late on my bill or something.
Oh, come on.
No, we're not asking for a check. We want to give you a check. I'm like, okay, cool. So, you know, we connected, and I'm just, you know, tweeting and telling everybody, when you put up a tweet about, you know, something positive, like when you put up, God, thank you for this morning. What do you write every day?
Thank you, God, for blessing me with another day of life.
Right. We want you to write. We want you to write on November 22nd, for me, if you can, Inspired Mobility. Okay. If you can do that, that'll help me a lot. I'll get to keep my job with AT&T. So on that day, we just keeping the conversation flowing even more. So AT&T is my partner.
So is TV production something you're really looking to get into? Because you got the Manology show coming.
Yeah. We have a lot of shows. Me and my partner, Mike Lehman, we have Simmons Lehman Production. We have many hours of television now. So, yeah, I'm definitely producing not only my own shows, but I want to produce other people's shows or anything like that. So it's been like, I got 4 or 5 shows, and I have another show I'm about to announce. I have the time to do it, and you got to understand something. My cooking show is in my house. So I wake up in the morning, we film that, and then I say, make sure when we eat, we're really eating at 5 p.m. Right. And then when we do that bed scene, I want to do it when I'm about to go to bed. So it's like the ultimate job. I'm doing it in my house. And then when I traveled around the world, I took my whole family with me. So that was fun and funny, but I keep my wife close to me that way. I'm getting older, and if I'm going to work, for me being 51 years old now, I want to be close to my family. Right. It's just the way I am. You know, I had a great time in my youth traveling with Run DMC, and we still do shows here and there, but I'm blessed that I can do what I do with my family. It's an amazing job to be able to be home. So that's what I'm doing.
And it's amazing that you are a grandfather.
Yes. 2 times over in a minute. JoJo's about to have a kid. And,
JoJo done shot somebody club up?
Yeah, man. JoJo's doing his thing. So what can I say? I'm just grateful to be a grandfather, that I could be alive and be able to enjoy my family. And I was just in L.A. with Tyrese, and you and him are really close. Yeah. We have this show, and that's family, too. Tyrese is like really family, and we have this show called It's Not You, It's Men. And you said you're going to do it next time we start filming?
Doing it in March.
Cool. So we have that, and that's talking about a very married man and a very single man. Because people are like, how do you and Tyrese match, and how can y'all do a show about relationships? Well, I'm very married. He's very single, and women want to know to catch it somewhere in the middle. What's he thinking? Why isn't he committed? And why are you so committed? So you get the insight from a single dude and an insight from a very married dude. So the TV show works.
You see, like, marriage is more popular in hip-hop now?
I do. Yeah. Because if you think, it's good, I like that you said that. Think about it. Jay-Z, right? You got LL Cool J, you got Kanye West.
Yeah.
I think, people are saying, everything is so ratchet. But if you really look at it, the leaders are the ones that are getting married. And then with your relationship with your wife, it's honorable, man. And it's cool. Cause it's a good look for me when I'm putting up all these posts about my wife to open the car door. That's fly to me to say something nice. So I keep pushing it. It was very popular through Run's House. It died down a little bit, but I never stopped.
And then
my
T.I. and
conviction.
Tiny.
Yeah, you can. It's just I keep my conviction going. Like, yeah, I'm still cool. I mean, I can be cool with the rest of them, but I definitely honor females. I honor women. I honor my mother. I honor my grandmother. I honor my wife. And it's cool to me. It's the best thing you can do is to be respectful. And that's what black people do anyway. The first thing they get on stage, they want to thank Jesus.
Right.
We got Jesus pieces and everything. So
even if they made a record about killing
exactly. Right. You be as crazy as you want. I like to thank God. Hold on, put the gat away. Like, I'll take the weed from behind my ear, but I want to thank Jesus that I had the gat that night.
Word.
So that's
All right, we got more with Rev Run when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Rev Run is in the building. Now, Rev, did you get any resistance at first when you first started doing so much with the church and so much with religion and stuff?
Couldn't. That's why, again, back to seed of God here. It's like, it's just you can recognize the real in me. It's like, I'm coming out. I'm going to be on TV. I've already been through what everybody, 2 a.m. back at the club or whatever that rhyme is. I've done that. And you probably could smell that this dude is getting serious with God. I was at an ending point, with Run DMC. I'd seen everything. I talked about this on the Breakfast Club last time. Seen it all, did it all, better get close to God right now and quick. So I just went to church, stayed in there very strongly, and this thing got wrapped around my neck. Because in the black church, you're going to be a deacon, you're going to be on the church board, you're going to cook the food, you're going to do something. So I worked my way from a usher, and next thing you know, I was a minister. And for me, it was like, I can't wait to wear my collar on TV. I was calling people like, yo, Russell, I'm a deacon. He's like, what's that? I was like, yo, I'm a deacon. And I was proud of it. I'm a minister. Now I'm a father in the church. So for me, it was a no-brainer. And I knew when it came on MTV, people was going to respect it. Other people scared to tell their truth. And I was like, nothing cooler than being down with God. It's the ultimate gangster. Mess with him, see what happens.
But the thing with you is, though, you actually lived it, though. Like, we never saw you waver. I've only seen you in 2 outfits. Since
this and Adidas, that's all I have.
In Adidas tracks.
That's all I have. There's no wavering for me, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the way God made me. I'm very real about it. I'm really in church 3 days a week, and and I really know the streets too. At the same time, I know how to be run. That's why I'm not Reverend Joseph Simmons. Gotcha. I'm Reverend Run. Right. So you can't really come in the middle of me and God, and you can't come in the middle of me in the streets because it's all one, and God made me that way. So I'm proud of my relationship to God. I'm proud of my relationship here at the Breakfast Club and everywhere that I go. And I just keep it as real as possible. And if you don't like it, then I just that's some fans I don't have. But most people say, they usually respect you when you tell the truth.
Why do you never wanted your own church?
Because I believe that basically the first pulpit I had for me was MTV, was Run's House. The next pulpit I had was Twitter. You know what I mean? Being on Twitter and being on Instagram, I can reach more people because everybody's not in the church. Everybody's not going to come to the church. And that's not the reason why. It just never became my calling. God didn't call me to open up a church and do it traditional way. I guess I'm a new age, new wave of type of pastors. People can relate to me. At one time I was the most retweeted person on Twitter. Everybody's not going to come to the church doors, but you know what? I know Run. I seen him in Madison Square Garden. I watch Crust Groove. I can trust what he's saying. So God put me in a position to give words of wisdom through the Twitter. That's why with this thing with AT&T called me, I was like, perfect. So inspired mobility, perfect. Because people that aren't in church, sometimes they're pulling out a Bible app. And if they're not pulling out a Bible app, sometimes they're just tweeting. Like you, like somebody would think, is Charlamagne, like the joke, is the God or the devil? We know that you love God because you write about God all the time. But yet you're not going to open a church. And Tyrese, who's a little crazy too, he's always talking about God and stuff like that. That doesn't mean he's going to open up a church, but we all have this spirituality. So I'm just trying to get everybody to have the conversation keep going about, tweeting words of wisdom and stuff like that and putting inspired mobility at the end.
Now, what happened with Run's House? Why did it stop?
It was over. It was, it ran its course.
The kids grew up.
Right. That was a lot of people's Cosby show, though.
But you can't keep it going. Vanessa moved to L.A. You remember the season they moved to L.A.?
Yeah.
And how am I going to have them running around? They're getting older. Again, authenticity.
Right. Diggy's on tour.
It's like, you can't front. You know what I mean? When I went to do the cooking show and the renovation show, yes, my house was beat down from the show. I needed to get it fixed. Thank God for the renovation show. The cooking show. It's a story basically about an empty nest. Please come home. Can you come home sometime, Angela? I know you. Sometime I call up through Instagram. Could somebody please tag Angela Simmons?
Wow.
You know, it was a joke. But, you know.
You're in Angela's DM.
I could call her. Nah, money. She's running around, but I do it for a little bit of attention. You know, like somebody, and then she's like, Daddy. She'll call me quickly. Everybody's telling me to call you. And I said, yeah, we just told everybody that we talk through Instagram. So, yeah.
Did you tell me to call Yo Gotti? Because Yo Gotti said he DM'd her and she ain't hit him back.
Listen, Yo Gotti has been really, really cool to my family. When Diggy went and performed in Memphis, he was right there. And Diggy called him to be on this record. He was right there.
He has ulterior motives. Just so
I don't
know.
know. That was early on. This is before Angela was Instagram, big time Angela. So I don't know the ulterior motive, but I respect that dude. He's a good guy, and I took some pictures with him out there. So
he did say, she said she's wife material. He ain't disrespect her.
No,
he ain't say, he said she's
I love
wife
that.
material.
But she's a good girl, you know, and all I can do is be the best father I can be the best person I can be, and after that, I just let the cards fall where they may. That's my truth.
Why didn't you like usher in a new family? Because y'all live near you, don't you?
A couple blocks away.
Yeah.
Seen him at the gym the other day.
Did you ever know that was like an interest of his? Because I'm sure you inspired that.
No, I had no idea. You know, I love him. I love his family. I see his wife all the time. I was at the supermarket the other day. There was Ja's wife, and I was at the gym. What up, Run? The only thing I'm saying, what up, mommy? So we're like in the middle of the gym, and all the people looking at us. I'm like, we're crazy. So I'm singing his songs more. He's singing mine. I just got, because that a distinctive voice of his. So he's like, I was, what you working on today? I'm like, going on a treadmill. He's like, I'm working on the chest. The chest is out to here. So yeah, so you know. It's cool. I'm happy that he's settled down and doing a show with MTV. Nobody's had a show on MTV since Run's House. Yeah. So obviously they honored what they thought he could do. So, you know, much blessings to him and his family.
Are you going to bring Envy over there now? I think him and his family should.
Envy, have to answer that question. Do you want to be on television?
Let's make this
They're
real.
loving you and your wife out there, man.
We'll talk. I mean, you know what it is as long as it's positive and the family stuff is positive. And
yeah, Rev Run gonna have you doing ratchet.
No,
I to say how I feel about some shows. You know, as long as it's positive.
Yeah, but I think a family show.
That's good, because if I did it with you, I'd give you complete power over what you want to portray. Right. And that's what I did at MTV. There was really no reason to try to find nothing dirty, because I wasn't doing anything bad. And if you're doing things that are positive like you are, your kids to the baseball game, and I'm looking at all your stuff.
Football game, all that.
Yeah.
Gia's a great mom and a great wife.
You tell me your wife's closet is sickening. You know, that'll show your swag part and all your Rolls Royces. And I looked at a video of you running up your driveway, which was longer than mine. I'm like, so where's all this money coming from?
Now,
that is the key question.
That is the main problem, everyone. I'm not going to lie.
So many cars.
I've been doing this since 16.
The problem is the IRS.
Buildings and stuff.
The problem is the IRS. We got to clean up some of that money.
A lot of jewelry, a lot of watches. I showed my wife, I said, you think we got a big house? Watch him running with this baby carriage up his driveway. It took you like a year to get there, like, freaking out.
He's also slow.
Like, where is this house? This has a castle.
We'll clean up your money soon. I'll open a laundromat.
My money's clean already. My money's been clean. He's been doing investments.
Well, good.
And we still work hard. All right, well, we got more with Rev Run. When we come back, keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning, the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Rev Run in the building. Now, Charlamagne.
What's up with Diggy, though? Why did he fall back
a little bit? Let me say, we just had the longest conversation about Diggy in the back room. Diggy started out and exploded as almost like a black Bieber at a very young age, at around 13, 14. He found his own way, had a bidding war, and blew up. And after just jumping from place to place to place to place and stream tour and this and that, he made a decision like, Dad, I'm not feeling it. I want to stop. Mm-hmm. And management like, what's going on? I was like, it doesn't matter why he wants to stop. I haven't seen my son in 5 years, and he's going on 18 now, and he can stop. So I just let him stop, and he got a lot of great things, a lot of awards.
He was just in a movie?
Yeah, it was just so much that happened, and when he wanted to take a break, I'm like, you home. I'm happy. I'm happy to have you home. Right. So he didn't have to tower. Knowing that my kids, I forced them, even when Run's House was going on, I didn't get a publicist to try to be all in Us magazine, because I knew, for me, the type of success I saw, the pain that was connected to it from not understanding life. Right. That thing can go past you as a blur. You can get gassed, and the higher up you go without God, when he drops you, that thing hurts. So when Diggy was able to say, this thing is making me dizzy, I said, get off the ride. We're done with the roller coaster until you're ready. And the people were like, what's he going to do? Like, I don't care. I mean, he got money put away. He did a lot. If he doesn't want to ever do it again, we will figure it out together, Dig. Dope. And then one day we went on a cruise together, and I prayed with him. I said, Father God, whatever direction you want him to go, within one day, God blessed me. He's like, I'm going to start making records again, Dad. I was like, really? He said, I got the feeling. And that was it.
Good.
You probably kept his sanity. That's probably what drives these kid stars crazy.
Yeah.
Like when they want to quit, keep pushing them, keep pushing
I
them.
would never do that. And I'm happy we didn't need him to do that. There was no reason for him to do anymore. And you might be right about that. You get lost. I just want to, look, if you're going to get lost in family. Get lost with me and Ma. We miss you anyway. Y'all been around the world. You done did 4 Scream tours, mindless behavior and all this stuff. You want to stop? We're more than happy that you're stopping. And then he's dabbling. He's going in the studio tonight, making stuff. You've been really kind to him. He came to your parties.
I rock with Diggy.
So, yeah, so he's making some moves right now. But if he wanted to stop tomorrow, and I suggest if you have kids and any of you, never push him. Never push him, because you'll break their spirit.
Absolutely.
Did you ever pray that JoJo stops rapping?
No. That's a good question. JoJo right now.
Is that a good question?
No, that's a great question from him. JoJo started right now managing and stuff that you hoped he would do. I heard. So he's managing.
Russell,
right.
Diggy B.
Exactly. I clearly remember you said that. So now, if you look at JoJo, he's dealing with a company called Who's House Entertainment. He has artists. So what JoJo is doing, I couldn't be more proud that he's backed up, found his lane. But you got to give people a chance. You understand something? His dad is Run, and most kids want to be their dad.
Right.
So you give them a chance to run around and see if that's your lane, and you say, you know what? Maybe there's another lane. Just like you probably wanted to be a rapper when you were younger.
I definitely did.
And then you was like, this isn't working. That joke that you always put up, if you don't succeed, try again. And if you don't succeed, quit, damn it. It's just wrong. Yeah. So it takes you to realize what's going to work for you. And my favorite thing is he wanted to rap, and now look where he's at. And you just have to find your lane. So I never really got upset with anybody doing anything. And as a reverend, I don't sit in the judgment seat. I sit in the mercy seat, because I'm Run in essence. So I'm never sitting there like, oh man, if I'm telling people something crazy like don't have sex before marriage, and then Vanessa turns up pregnant, all I'm saying is that's what my decision as I got older. I'm not going to pressure any human being to do anything Run is doing. That's why in my house, the cameras never went to the church. I just was showing you. And if you were inspired by me walking around my kitchen laughing with my kids, you'd be better inspired by looking at my life than me shoving something down your throat.
That's real.
I always wanted to know when JoJo and Jewels was going through the thing that they were going through back then. How did that affect you? Because you are a dad.
Painful.
You still got one foot in the street, too.
Yeah,
it was
but you
painful.
Still Run at the end of the day.
It was painful for me to see JoJo dealing with anything he went through. If JoJo went through anything at all, it was painful. But again, you got to let kids be kids and deal with what they deal with. I've obviously ball up in the circle like, oh my God, but you know what? I got 6 kids, and with all of them, I'm very proud. And if anybody goes through anything, I got your back and I got love for you. So it's never a situation where you got to think about a dad or a mom and their kid. Whatever decisions they make, you're going to love them regardless. You give them advice, and if they take it, fine. But the Bible says that as a child, you do childish things. When you get older, you pass those things away and you do grown-up things. All you can do is hope for all your homies, all your kids, anybody that's from your old streets, that they would get older and make better decisions. Some do, some don't. But most people learn through experience better than you telling them. Right. And I had to learn a bunch of things. This collar got wrapped around my neck for one reason only. I had to learn that ain't going to work no more. I remember my father telling me I was doing something crazy, drinking, smoking weed, bugging out. And my father was trying to be hip and tell me something. I couldn't. He was like, and Bobby Brown record was out. He was like, that's not your prerogative, Joey. And I was like, hey, this man trying to use Bobby Brown on me. What you did last night, I swear to God, we driving, I'm sitting there, I got my Adidas on, I'm just off the stage of Madison Square. That's not your prerogative. I heard what you did yesterday. I'm like,
like, don't be cruel.
I'm like, all right, yeah, exactly. And I'm like, thanks, Dad.
Has that come back full circle? Have you used the current rap record to get through to the kids?
I've learned that.
Like, JoJo, stay out the streets. God is not blessing all the trap.
Nah. I didn't have to say it. I'm just like, I'm letting them take trials, tribulations, whatever they want to do to figure it out. They've been in church. They learned. And anybody does anything around me. And I don't just say my kids. I'm talking about anybody. Because to me, you guys are close to me. I don't care who you are. I'm never in the judgment seat, because you gotta remember, I'm Run. I ran my muck. So if I'm looking at somebody do something, all I'm doing is like, oh, I hope they don't get in trouble. I'm never hoping something happened to somebody. I don't have that spirit. I'm just praying, because anything that happens to anybody else can happen to you. And the second you start cheering people on that's in pain, you got a problem, because God will flip that. I've seen it, and put it on you. So you be careful cheering that people fail, because, you know, as long as another person is trying to do what you're doing, even compete with you guys, it shows that you're paving the way to something. So there's no reason. God knows when to bless you. And I know you know timing, because he blessed you in his time. He blessed Kevin Hart in his time. I've watched Charlamagne go through so many things, and next thing you know, he's like, God, like, start now. He did the same thing for Chris Rock. Chris Rock was all over the place trying to figure, and when God touches you, you're like, what did I do different that I'm so hot now? Nothing. It's just your time. You needed to go through the Wendy Williams period. You need to go through your periods where you was like questioning, is my life going to be better? Next thing you know, all three of you guys got a call from your different places, and you're the #1 show. Yes, you're talented, but yes, God has done this too.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I do bless this place. And I pray for you guys. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Well, let's do a real prayer. I think it's time.
Let's do it.
Last time you did a prayer for us, I'm
blessing you.
Give us another one, Rev.
We and my family and people that are around me, we love you guys, and we bless this show. We thank you for the blessings that you brought these three together here in New York at this time. We know it's your timing, Father. We know you did it. You put them on television. You put them on Revolt. You put them all over the map with the syndication and all this that just happened in your time, and we thank you for it. In Jesus' name, amen. Inspired mobility, #. All
right. Rev Run.
It's
yes, sir.
Hashtag.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, shout to all the DJs in town for the Global Spin Awards. They were last night. Shout to Revolt TV. Revolt TV is actually going to air it next Tuesday.
I did an interview with Revolt. They asked me who was my favorite DJ.
Who did you say?
It was really hard. I really like
Drama.
I love Khaled and Drama. I really like D-Nice. I like DJ Clue.
Ooh,
there's a lot of people that want to be like DJ Clue.
Drop one of Clue's bombs, damn it. You named some good ones.
But I did say...
You named some good ones.
I mean,
can I finish?
I hope you said the best DJ.
I did say Stevie J from Miami. I like him.
Yeah, I like Stevie J. There you go.
Those DJs are all great.
And my boy Steph Floss, he's a great DJ.
Steph Floss is fire.
Those are all great DJs.
Shout to my bro DJ Frosty too. Frosty gets busy too.
And I said D-Nice. I love D-Nice. SNS.
Love them all. SNS. You ain't never been in a party till you been in an SNS party.
Those are all
DJ Scratch. He's super talented.
Scratch is dope.
DJ. A lot of DJs don't scratch and blend and do all of that stuff.
Shout to Scratch, and congratulations and shout to all those DJs. But none of those DJs were the best DJ of the year this year, which was me. Oh, did I mention that?
Oh, I thought you didn't care about awards. I thought you just wanted.
You didn't care.
I'm just stating facts.
Congratulations, DJ
That's
Envy.
called facts. That's a fact.
Congratulations.
I thought you didn't care about awards.
I'm just telling facts.
I just thought you wanted the money.
Sarah said congratulations.
Who the DJ was, and I'm just telling you, what it was.
Hey, all the other
Congratulations
DJs, all the other DJs got paid to be there last night. You the only one that got an award.
2 awards.
But shout out to I got 2 awards. Best National Mix Show DJ for the People's Choice Mix, which comes up in an hour, and for Best DJ, which is the biggest award. So shout out to all
Somebody
the DJs
sent me
nominated.
this spray to spray on you.
No, they didn't send you that spray for me.
It's F-boy repellent.
So shout to all the DJs. Now you can see it live.
Spray some of that F-boy
spray on Envy.
You can actually see it next week, Tuesday, November 24th at 9 p.m. on Revolt.
What if I spray Envy with this and he falls on the ground?
So again, thank you for my awards. I definitely appreciated 2 awards last night.
I'm spraying something. I can't take them.
The best DJ of the year.
Envy, are you all right?
F-boy repellent.
The best DJ of the year, hands down. I'd like to thank God. God, thank you.
Could we please play the audio of Envy saying he don't care about awards?
All right, can I do the rumor report?
All right, well, let's get to the rumors. Let's go.
Thank you.
Listen up.
Just in. All the gossip. The rumor report. Gossip with Angela Yee.
It's the rumor report.
The Breakfast Club.
Did I mention I got DJ of the year?
Okay, let's get into some real stories. Shonda Rhimes and Oprah Winfrey, they were having a conversation, and Shonda Rhimes had this to say about marriage and children.
I always knew. I'm one of those people. Since I was 5, I could tell you I was going to have kids. I could tell you I was going to have 3. I could tell you they were going to be girls. But I have never wanted to get married. I never played bride. I was never interested. I don't know what it is. I love having boyfriends. I love dating. I do not want a husband in my house.
Damn.
Okay.
This was on Super Soul Sunday. Let me finish. I'm going to tell you what Oprah Winfrey had to say also. Okay, she said that she felt like she always wanted someone to marry her, but when she had the opportunity with Stedman, her longtime boyfriend, he proposed, she realized she didn't necessarily want marriage. She said, the moment he asked me to marry him, I was like, oh God, now I actually have to get married. And she said they agreed to postpone their wedding at one point, but never spoke about it again. And she said, I realized I don't want to be married. I could not have the life that I created for myself. I just couldn't do it. And they said they feel really free saying it out loud. They said lack of desire for marriage. Saying it out loud kind of makes it feel like it's not a dirty little secret.
And keep in mind, Oprah also said she postponed that wedding because she had a book coming out at the same time. So
but she could have still got married.
She chose work over the marriage. All I'm saying is all these women going to be running around saying they don't want to get married now because of Shonda Rhimes and Oprah. Let me be the first to remind you, you're not Shonda Rhimes or Oprah. Shonda is busy. Oprah is busy. They got millions of shows. They got networks to run. They got all types of stuff to do. You not that busy. You bartend, okay? You got plenty of time.
Okay, Charlamagne, this is Rumor Report. Thank you.
Saying.
With your little rant over there. Okay.
Shut up, honey. Let her continue. Go ahead.
Thank you. Now, but I do feel like it's a personal decision. Whatever you decide to do, and Oprah's in a long-term relationship that she's been in. But do what you got to do, whatever makes you happy.
Instagram
all right?
model, you need a husband, damn it.
Now, Kylie and Kendall Jenner recently had an appearance at a mall in Australia. Things got a little crazy because one woman who was 30 years old started throwing eggs at them. And they dodged the eggs, but some of the egg yolk got on some of their fans, and the woman got arrested, but she spit on the police officers. I don't know why you would throw eggs at these young girls, Kylie and Kendall.
You better stop. You old-ass woman throwing her eggs at them young girls. Them young girls got plenty of eggs. You need to conserve all yours. Okay.
All right, and let's talk about 3 TV series. They are postponing their Monday night episodes because of storylines that are related to the terrorist attacks in Paris. Now, CBS had previously scheduled episodes of Supergirl and NCIS Los Angeles that had to do with bombings and terrorism, but they had to put on different episodes, all right? And TNT is also going to postpone Monday's episode of Legends, which had a feature which was investigating a protest in Paris that he's worried may turn violent at the hands of a radical. So they are not going to air those in the wake of everything that just happened in Paris. And they did not say when those episodes are going to air. All right, and that is your Rumor Report. I'm Angela Yee.
All right, Miss Yee.
And I don't know if you saw Homeland on show. I know you watch Homeland.
Don't you talk about it.
No, I'm saying they had a message on Sunday before the new episode because they said it was a terrorism-themed drama, so they put a viewer warning message as well.
Oh, that's what Homeland's about anyway. I think people know
I guess they just wanted to put that warning.
I haven't seen that in 2 weeks. When I get home, baby, we watching Homeland and Quantico. I missed those for the last 2 weeks. All right. Donkey today. Who you giving a donkey to?
Listen, man, it's a lot of people that are upset over Cam Newton's dabbing on him this weekend. Okay, when he played the Tennessee Titans. It's a young lady in particular I want to talk to, Rosemary Florin. You need to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with you, please.
All right, we'll do that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Come on.
I was born a donkey.
It's the donkey of the day.
Bunch of jackasses. For the donkey of the day.
That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil?
Possibly. The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, donkey of the day for Wednesday, November 18th goes to Rosemary Florin, a Tennessee Titans fan who was clearly upset that Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers busted her team's ass this past Sunday. 27-10, I think the score was. Now, Rosemary sent a copy of her full of fecal matter correspondence to the Charlotte Observer. And in that correspondence, she got at Cam Newton for what she thinks was over excessive, inappropriate celebration. Now, if you saw the game on Sunday, Cam Newton scored a touchdown and he hit that dab on him, okay? You know what I mean? A couple times, but Rosemary Florin called it a bevy of transgressions, including pelvic thrusts, chest puffs, and arrogant struts. And she insists that made a significant impact on her 4th grade daughter. Rosemary said in her letter, and because you are a role model, Cam Newton, your behavior brought out like behavior in the stands. What do you mean like behavior? Oh, you mean other people started hitting the dab too? Because that's the popular dance amongst the kids right now? Yes, white people, when you see kids looking like they sneezing or coughing into the inside of their elbow, they just dabbing on them. Now, Rosemary Florin said many Titans fans booed Cam. Duh! He just scored a touchdown on their team, and the Panthers were winning. So what are Titans fans supposed to do? Cheer for him? Rosemary continues to say her daughter sensed the change immediately and started asking questions. Won't he get in trouble for that? Is he trying to make people mad? Do you think he knows he looks like a spoiled brat? Clearly, your daughter is a Titans fan, too. So, of course, she's going to be upset when the opposing quarterback scores a touchdown and then rubs it into her team's face. Rosemary Plorin, let me be the first to tell you to shut the F up forever. All quarterbacks celebrate when they score touchdowns, whether they throw them or run them in. I would much rather kids mimic dabbing like Cam Newton than headbutting their friends like Tom Brady does, okay? That can lead to concussions and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine if all the kids in the stand started headbutting each other after Tom Brady does it, after throwing a touchdown pass? Not to mention the Tennessee Titans cheerleaders was out there, right? I don't know if y'all seen this picture on Twitter, but they was out there in these short-ass jean shorts. Cheeks out, right? Twerking their ass off. Rosemary, how did your daughter feel about that? Okay. How did you feel about that? Did you feel like that was inappropriate? Because I would much rather have my daughters dabbing, learning to dab from Cam Newton, than wearing short shorts and twerking because of the Tennessee Titans cheerleaders, okay? Let me tell you something, Rosemary Plorin, and everybody else giving Cam Newton flack because he dabbed on them folks. Relax, okay? Just because you're out of touch and don't know what these kids are into and you don't know what the dance is, don't sit around and say, oh, he's influencing the kids the wrong way. When the actuality is, Cam learned that from the kids. Rosemary Plorin, you're a Tennessee Titan fan. Your team lost Sunday. No need to write a letter to Cam talking about his behavior. How about write a letter to the Titans defense and the Titans defensive coordinator and say to them, if you had been able to stop Cam Newton, then he would have never been able to celebrate and do that dance, okay? I have no problem with Cam celebrating. I have no problem with Cam being cocky and dabbing because he's winning. And like I've been telling y'all all week, if you don't like somebody being cocky, you don't like somebody celebrating all crazy, then beat them. When you beat them, they don't got nothing to celebrate. That's all this really boils down to, Rosemary. You're just upset your team, the Titans, didn't beat the Carolina Panthers. Give Rosemary Plorin the biggest hee-haw, please. I'll wipe my ass with that letter you wrote, girl.
Not for nothing. You know, my 11-year-old, his team is in the playoffs, and they have the Super Bowl hopefully next week if they win the playoffs. But I've been learning to dab. Because if he scores a touchdown, he's not allowed to, but I'm going to dab all over that field.
But you can't say dab like that. You can't say dab like you got a little napkin and you just wet it with the tip of your tongue and dab. You can't say it like that. You got to say it like how Cam say it. Say it.
Dab on them folks.
You got to dab on them
dab
folks.
On them fools.
Dab on them
Dab on them fools.
Act like you got a big ass Adam's apple. Dab on them
Dab on them fools.
Dab on them folks.
There you go.
Got to dab on them folks.
Nice. Dab on them folks.
You got to dab on them white folks. Dab, tell your son, dab on them rich white folks.
Oh my goodness. All right. That is Donkey of the Day. All right. Now, when we come back, Ansley, you ready to dab on them fools?
I'm
dab
ready.
On them folks.
All right. Asky is up next. 800-585-1051. If you got a question for Yee, you can call her right now. You have relationship problems or relationship issues. Call Yee right now. She'll put you live on the air and help you with your problems. All right. 800-585-1051 and she'll dab on them hoes.
Dab on them folks.
Oh, them fools.
Man, could you shut up already?
You just called them
Jesus
hoes?
Christ. You know what, man?
Where did that come from?
Waffle-colored Negroes will
You
run
took it too far.
everything into the ground. Every Wednesday you act like this. You know why? Because you know it's a bunch of y'all on TV tonight.
That's right.
The Empire.
There you go.
With Lucius Lyon and Hakeem and all of them. This ain't your time,
Yes,
bro.
it is.
Relax.
Yes, it is. Dab on them fools.
Dab on them folks.
Khaki-colored Negroes always got to jump all the way out the window.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Fist Club. It's time for Ask Yee. 800-585-1051. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Jen. I just wanted to know, is it bad if a guy doesn't want to date you because you have a baby? And would you date a guy if he had a baby?
Okay, number one, if a guy doesn't want to date you because you have a baby, that's not somebody you should date. Because anybody you should date should respect the fact that you have kids, love your kids too, and potentially be in your kid's life. Or else why would you date them, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Why, are you dating somebody that doesn't like the fact that you have a baby?
No, I'm just, a little self-conscious now because, my baby is really young and I don't want to, just bring her around anybody.
Well, and you shouldn't, and you definitely shouldn't just bring your child around anybody. But, you have to make sure you let somebody know from the jump that you have a child. I always find it really weird if somebody has kids and they don't bring their kids up because I feel like when you have kids, that's such a blessing. You should talk about it and be excited about it. And a person should not shy away from that because, when you're dating somebody, your kid is kind of dating them too eventually at some point if you get serious.
Exactly.
But would I date somebody that has a baby?
Yeah.
I mean, I've done it before. I think the real issue is not with the child. I think most people are scared about having to deal. Yes. Because if you have a crazy baby mama, nobody wants to deal with that if you ain't got your baby mama in check. And, what's your situation with your child's father?
Well, he's just like acting like he got a whole bunch of bills and a whole bunch of like warrants he has to pay off before he pays for the baby. And I'm like, look, child support is right here. You're gonna have more than warrants and that to pay for when you come back. Because now he's leaving,
right,
to go back to Ohio. But I'm not gonna put him out like that.
Well, yeah, and listen, you are right. Be really careful about who you bring around your child, but be straight up about the fact that you have a child, and make sure whoever you date is somebody that you feel would be a good influence in your child's life. If at some point, that it gets to that level. Okay. But listen, I don't play with crazy baby mamas. Your baby mama crazy. I'm not dealing with you. I done had a woman break my windshield before when I was younger. It was a lesson learned. I ain't never dealing with that again in life.
Yeah, nobody got time for that.
Right, so that's it. Handle your business, though. Remember, your kid comes first.
All right, thank you, Angela.
You're welcome.
All right, good luck, Mama. Ask Ye, 800-585-1051. If you need advice, relationship advice, or any type of advice, you can call Ye right now, 800-585-1051. MV Angela Ye, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're in the middle of Ask Ye. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Yes, hello.
Hey, it's Ask Ye. What's your question? Who's this?
Okay, my name is Eva. I'm calling from Jersey. Okay. And my question is, well, I've been engaged. I've been dating my fiancé for a year, and we've been engaged since the summer. And he lives in Australia. And we're supposed to get married in December, but it seems like he's getting cold feet because he's been very distant. And I don't know what to tell my family members because we're all, planning to travel up there and, do this wedding. And when I try to talk to him, he always makes the situation seem like it's about me, or if he's just,
All right, so you're supposed to get married next month.
Yes, the end of next month.
The end of next month, and he's acting funny.
Yes.
Has he told you that he doesn't want to get married?
No, he hasn't.
Have you asked him,
I asked him, and he's like, things are getting a little difficult. I might just postpone the wedding, but it's like all of a sudden.
Oh, well, listen, girl, listen, you can't spend all this money and spend all this time. The best thing to do is find out what's going on now. You need to call him up and tell him, listen, I just need to know. There's a lot of other people involved. It's not just me. If you're having issues, if you want to postpone the wedding, if you're not sure what you want to do, you need to talk to me and communicate with me. Let's just figure it out, because it's going to be even worse if y'all end up going there next month and it doesn't happen, or if he waits till the last minute.
Yeah.
Do you still want to get married?
I do. I love him, but I don't want to be a fool, and I don't want him to, I don't want to be the last choice, because I feel like maybe something is going on over there, and maybe that's
you think he's seeing somebody else, and that's why he's being distant?
I suspect that.
All right. Well, a lot of times our intuition is on point, and we have a lot of signals that tell us what's going on. So if he loves you, he should have an honest conversation with you, because this is a serious matter. It involves your emotions, it involves your finances, it involves your families. So you need to tell him all of that and say, let's just be honest, because I don't want to waste my time and waste your time anymore. And I'm a big girl. I can handle whatever it is that you throw my way, but don't make me inconvenience other people.
Yeah.
And you don't sound too sure yourself. Was he planning to move to the United States, or are you going to move to Australia?
He was planning to move up here.
All right. Well, maybe you need to just go talk to him one-on-one. And I would say right now, if it's not looking too certain, go ahead and maybe let people know this wedding is not going to happen. And y'all need to figure out what you're going to do one-on-one without everybody else involved, because that's a lot of pressure right now. A lot of people do get cold feet before a wedding. So that's why I feel like y'all need to communicate, and maybe the pressure is getting to him. But you got to figure this out before it's too late.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Good luck. I hope everything works out for the best, though.
Thank you. And I love you guys. I listen to you guys every morning. I appreciate this. Thank you very much.
And remember, no matter what happens, you'd rather know now than later on when it's too late.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Mama.
She could be right there with Shonda and Oprah.
All right. Well, ask Ye, 800-585-1051. If you got to holler at Ye, you can always hit her up or email her breakfastclubam@gmail.com. Now, Ye.
Yes, DJ Envy.
We got rumors coming up?
Well, let's talk about Monique, all right, since we're talking so much about marriage this morning and giving passes to your husband. Ooh, what you think about that? Coming up next on the Rumor Report.
All right, keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's a weird building we work in, man.
Breakfast Club. Angela's an ass, yo.
Currently on the revolt floor, they're trying to explain to a white man what the dab is.
Right.
And earlier I was in the hall. We got a guy who works here who's a Giants fan. Everybody knows I'm a Cowboys fan. So I say, My Cowboys are going to win all of our games for the rest of the year, finish 9-7, win the NFC East, go to the Super Bowl.
What'd he say?
He turns and looks me dead in the eye and he goes, Charlamagne, if that happens, I'll have gay sex with you. I'm like, you know what? This is a really, really loose workplace.
So you want that to happen?
No.
Do you want your Cowboys?
So you want the Cowboys to win?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you want to have gay sex with...
No, he said that to me.
Right, but you still want it to happen.
No, I walked off because I'm like, why is that on the table? Why was that an offer? Like, why?
Maybe he got some...
Could we just bet money like regular people?
Maybe he got a feeling from you or something.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a vibe.
Maybe a vibe or aura around
it.
It's a vibe. All right.
It's a vibe you have. It's a vibe you give off.
All right. Well, let's get to the rumors. We're talking Monique.
Listen up.
It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, we've done a lot of relationship talk this morning, and Monique recently did an interview with True Exclusives, and she talked about being with a man and reaching a certain level of trust that makes your relationship become real. Here's what she had to say.
See, when you're with your best friend and you say to your best friend, I'm having these feelings about this person sexually. Now, if you want to go further with it, let's be honest enough to have those conversations. What is it about that person that you find that you want to sleep with? Because they may give you something that I'm simply not willing to do. And if that's the case, how could I be mad? Because I'm not going to do it. Should I deprive you of not having it?
Is Monique out here giving her man hall passes? That's what she out here giving her. Drop one of clues bombs for Monique.
Well, she went on to say that people who approach relationships with the idea that infidelity means the end have a Western mentality. She said, we've been taught to have ownership, and that's the Western way to do it. I'm not sure where you originate from, but I come from this place called Africa, and what I know about African kings...
God bless her.
Tell me one of them who just had one wife. Do you know any of them? I don't. That's where I originate from.
Drop one of clues bombs for Monique preaching that good word this morning. I just respect her dealing with reality. Everybody knows the key to a great marriage is a great mistress. I didn't say that.
And then she also said on the adverse side as well, for men, you should accept if your woman sleeps with other men as well.
No, that's not the way this works. That's not how any of this works, Monique.
I'm just kidding. She didn't say that.
I know she didn't say that. That's not how any of this works. Trust me, I've read up on polygamy and harems and all that good stuff. Okay?
I bet you have.
Yes, I have.
Well, I would say whatever you decide to do in your relationship, that's your business. Now, am I going to say it's okay for my man to cheat?
Oh,
no.
Lord. Why you going to go against God and Monique's word this morning?
You said God.
God, Monique, and Kirk Franklin, they preaching the gospel. Let them go.
All right, where's the spray at?
Yeah, spray him.
Where's this F-boy repellent? Come here, Charlamagne. All right, there you go. Crawl up on the floor and die. All right. Now, Charlie Sheen.
Whoa.
You can be Charlie Sheen if you want.
That was a terrible segment. I want you to know that was a terrible segment.
I just want you to know you too can be Charlie Sheen if that's how you want to live your life.
I got some spray for Charlie Sheen.
Now, he says that many of his sexual partners are lining up to sue him for allegedly exposing them to HIV. Now, he's already been paying some people. He's paid tens of millions of dollars during his career, and he still has to make those payments. If he stops, those people will sue him. And he also pays $110,000 monthly in child support alone. Magic Johnson has also reached out via Twitter. He said, I wish Charlie Sheen and his family the best. With the advancement in treatment and medicine, he can fight this disease and live a long life. And he said, in Charlie Sheen breaking his silence, I hope he joins me in educating the world about HIV/AIDS. And in addition, Dr. Oz has spoken about Charlie Sheen and him actually, being able to still live a healthy life and actually being healthier since having contracted the HIV virus. Here's what he said.
He's probably healthier not taking drugs but being HIV positive than doing a lot of the risky things he was doing earlier. Of course, you'd rather not have the infection if you can avoid it, but his life expectancy, best as we can tell, is not far from normal. So it's much more important that he avoid the things that really will take his life quickly, like drugs, intoxication, things like that.
I love Dr. Oz. He's a great guy. He's a friend of the Breakfast Club. Mm-hmm. But I'm sniffing coke before I get HIV. I'm sorry. If I got a choice, I'd rather sniff the cocaine.
Now, he said the chances of contracting HIV from Charlie Sheen are about the same as someone getting struck by a bolt of lightning, about 1 in a million. And that's just so you know.
I ain't taking my chances.
Ain't you?
Well, yeah, I don't think you should have sex with Charlie Sheen and figure it out.
I don't think you should do that either, Charlamagne. Just word to the wise.
I don't care how much money he has.
I will not be the half a man in that 2.5 man sandwich.
All right, and that is your rumor report. I'm Angela Yee.
My goodness. All right, up next is the People's Choice Mix. You want to hear something? 800-585-1051 at DJ Envy. And shout to the boy Fabulous. It's Fabulous's birthday, so we're gonna
Happy birthday.
We're gonna get some Fabulous joints on during the mix. And again, shout to all the DJs in town for the Global Spin Awards. All right, let's get into it. It's the Breakfast Club.
I wipe my ass with that letter you wrote, girl.
Not for nothing. You know, my 11-year-old, his team is in the playoffs, and they have the Super Bowl hopefully next week if they win the playoffs. But I've been learning to dab, because if he scores a touchdown, he's not allowed to, but I'm going to dab all over that field.
But you can't say dab like that. You can't say dab like you got a little napkin and you just wet it with the tip of your tongue and dab. Can't say it like that. You got to say it like I can't say it. Say it.
Dab on them folks.
You got to dab on them
Dab on them fools.
Dab on
them
Act like you got a big ass Adam's apple. Dab on them.
Dab on them fools.
Dab on them folks.
There you go.
Got to dab on them folks.
Dab on them folks.
You got to dab on them white folks. Dab, tell your son, dab on them rich white folks.
Oh my goodness. All right, that is Donkey of the Day. All right. Up next, we have the positive note. Don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, shout out to Rev Run for joining us this morning.
Yes.
Appreciate Rev Run and always the prayers when he comes up.
We need those prayers.
Absolutely. Now,
yes, and last time Rev Run prayed for us, man, you know, our trajectory just kept going up and up and up. So I hope that his prayers work this time too. But I tell people all the time, you know, faith without works means nothing. So even though you can pray and hope, you still got to go out there and bust your mother freaking ass.
Absolutely.
Okay?
All right. Well,
God blesses those who helps themselves.
Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yes. My show comes on tonight, 11 p.m. on MTV2, Uncommon Sense. Please watch tonight. My Brilliant Idiots co-host, Andrew Schultz, is on, as well as Claire Galtario, Taxstone, and we got T-Pain on there tonight. T-Pain is wearing his Four Loko chain, which nobody will rob him for because it's probably made out of the same thing that the Four Loko can is made out of. But he'll be on there tonight. Yes, 11 p.m. on MTV2. So please tune in to Uncommon Sense. Thank you. Now, positive note. You may not see it today or tomorrow, but you will look back in a few years and be absolutely perplexed and awed by how every little thing added up and brought you somewhere wonderful or where you always wanted to be. You will be grateful that things didn't work out the way you once wanted them to. Trust me.
Breakfast Club, bitches.
Yee, Charlamagne the God. Now, in honor of the 106th birthday of PC Rich and his son, we're giving you a $250 gift certificate. So call 105 right now. That is yours. And if you want more information, hit up the website, power1051fm.com, keyword 105 for all the details. All right?
Shout out to Ween. Okay, we'll be at the Ween Awards. That's for women in the entertainment business. I'll be giving an award tonight to my homegirl, Roxy Diaz. So I'm excited
I'll be out there tonight, too. I'm presenting an award tonight. I'm at the Ween Awards. I'm presenting to the homie Carrie Champion. Me and Jamel Hill will be presenting the Carrie Champion tonight at the Ween Awards.
Yeah.
Who's Carrie Champion?
She works at ESPN. She's on Sports Center. She used to be on First Take.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
All right, well, that should be a great event. I actually was honored by Ween last year, so I'm excited to go this year. Shout out to Felicia, who started Ween.
All right, well, we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1 Homer, Angie Martinez.